Hey y'all, it's Kirk. So happy June, everybody. June is a month where we're supposed to have a certain awareness. For some reason, it's not getting the proper shine that it deserves, and I'm not going to stand for it. So today, I want to just very simply make out a video to say that June, if you didn't know, is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Did you know that? You may not have known that, and why? Well, quite frankly, a lot of men probably prefer it that way. They probably like, no big deal. Don't worry about it. They don't want to talk about it anyways. They don't want you prying. They don't want you asking, hey, are you okay? And bothering them. And they'd rather suffer in silence. I mean, let's just be honest about it. Why is this? Well, in our society, it's a cultural thing. As a guy who is raising, four hopefully Southern gentlemen, and coaching just about everything that they'll let me coach, I will tell you, we are taught that speaking up about our feelings and everything is kind of a sign of weakness. So whatever you want to say, rub some dirt on it, shut up, everything's going to be fine, pick yourself up, suck it up, buttercup, whatever, fill in whatever coaching or fatherly phrase that has been said to me, been said to you. I've said them myself, so I'm guilty. um, but let me say this, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. um, we are trying to raise good, assertive, strong, upstanding young men. We're trying to raise people that are self-sufficient, that are confident, that are strong. We need those people in our society. The problem is that we don't do such a great job about when too much is too much, or when someone might be struggling, or when it's okay to reach out and talk about some things that are going on in your heart and in your soul. We're just not good at it. Men just aren't good at it. And so, Men's Mental Health Month awareness is enormous. This is a patient population that I deal with in my practice, but this is also a population that you are experiencing every day. So, how can we help this situation? Well, it's very simple, and I'm not asking a lot of you, I promise. I just very simply advise you to be available. Be available. The very simple statement to a man in your life of, hey, listen, I got you, right? I'm here if you ever want to talk about it. Because look, they're not going to readily come to you. They're not going to readily complain about stuff. They're not going to readily say, hey, I've been having some really depressed thoughts. Hey, I've been having this anxiety. Hey, I've been having I've been in some really dark places. That's just not what we do, for better or worse. And I'm not making excuses for it. I'm just very simply saying, how do we become better about this ailment that's all over the country? You want to know some statistics? I'll tell you. So right now, the U.S. population is somewhere around 330 million. About 180 million of those are men, and the National Alliance for Mental Illness, the recent statistics are that about 5% of men have had some serious mental illness in the form of depression, anxiety, stress-induced anxiety, and even had suicidal thoughts. That dark of thoughts. 5%. That doesn't sound like the whole lot, but think about it this way. 180 million men in the United States. 5% of that is about 7 million. So about 7 million guys running around. That's a pretty big problem. But you're not going to know about it because we're the worst at talking about what's going on. So I just very simply ask you all here in June for awareness. Let's very simply be available to the significant other in your life, to your siblings, to your friends, to your coaches, your coworkers, any man. Just a very simple statement of, hey, dude, hey, I'm here. I got you. And that's a very powerful thing. for a man. They'll come to you when it's their time, but always remind them that they are not alone. They have someone that they can turn to. Just simply having that support system is huge in battling mental health. So mental health illness. So please reach out. And then you know what? I'm going to even bring out a special population. Nobody is above anyone else, but a population that certainly gets forgotten a lot is your pastors, your reverend, your the person in your world that has been divinely asked by our Lord to shepherd people. That person in your life is probably hearing the grief and the stress and the anxiety, because that's who you turn to. That's who some of you guys turn to, and that burden. They're human beings too, and so that can be overwhelming at times. But how many times, even though we go to those people and say, "Hey, I'm not feeling so good," or "Hey, I'm going through this and everything," when do we stop and ask them, "Hey, are you going through anything? I'm here." Make it a point to reach out to those people. Teachers, principals, coaches, these people in our lives that are called to shepherd others, they need us. So, anyway, before I get too long winded, just remember June, Men's Mental Health Month. It's not weak to speak. Spread the word, please. You never know the life you might save. Love y'all, mean it.